Good evening everybody and welcome back to the Limit of Adhesion for a brand new season, or more, is it a renamed season, a legacy of the TCR Season 2. This is LOA Sprint Season 1. So you could think of it as TCR Season 3 if you like, but it's not. It's definitely different. It is the old Prince in new clothes. Joining me tonight in comms and hopefully for the entire season, it's Jules. Jules, how are you doing?
Great, thanks. Happy to be here. Yeah, as you're saying, we've gone all corporate and we've gone all branding. So this is Sprint Season 1.
It's the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah, corporate for the masses. So yeah, this is kind of your brainchild, isn't it? So tell us a bit about it. What are the series? What do we have in store for the season? How's it going to look like?
Yeah, well, we had Prime for a while now, and that was our original series. We started with the Radical, and then the Skippy, then the Formula Renault. And that kind of just got its own branding, and we thought, well, the rest of the seasons, we'll cut it down, because we had 4 last season, that was too many. Cut it down and we'll brand them. So we've got Endurance, which is for your strategy and your long races. You've got Prime, which is the original, and it's a bit of a mix between the Sprint and the Endurance. And then you've got the Sprint, which is obviously this, in cars which suit short blasts and lots of action.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, fantastic rundown of it. And here we've got the points for this season. So we've got a few different round formats coming in the Sprint or in the TCR. I'll probably end up forgetting and using those terms interchangeably. So tonight we have the 2-round of 20-minute race format. We've also got coming up a single race 45-minute round format, and that'll have a pit stop in it included as well. And then the true sprint, the way it really gets its name for the series, which will be 3 races of 15 minutes in a single round. 2 reverse grids in that one set on championship points and 1 set on the finishing order from race 2. So yeah, plenty to keep your try and get your head around, I should say. And here's how the points for this session tonight are going to look, at least. Won't go through them because, well, there they are on the screen, so not really necessary. Yeah, how do you feel like this season's going to pan out?
It's good. I think all of the seasons got their novelties. Obviously, this one is that it's going to be different every round. Like one time you're going to have 1 race, and that's going to be worth triple the points of each race in the 15-minute round. Obviously, this time we've got the 20 minutes, 2 races format here. So yeah, it's going to spice it up, especially with the championship order deciding the grid in some of those races as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to try and, I guess, keep it spicier at the top of the standings for longer into the season. But yeah, like you say, the longest race basically scores triple the points of the individual 3-race format as we look towards the grid for tonight. And we never even got as far as talking about the splits for tonight, but you'll be able to see them there on the screen. And actually, it's the silver on pole for this race. Mike Murphy from Clayton Buller, Parker, and then was it Ward?
No, that's
Ward for season 6. We'll come back to that one. Todd Ward, Chalcraft, Maxwell. Good showing for him to start the new season. We've got Zachary Leibold. It's not Leibold and it's not Leopold, it's Leibold. Murphy in 10th. Bright and Tomei there in 12th. Got Tyler Graff rejoining us there in P13. And then Chris White in 14th. Daniel Bond, teammate to Clayton in the Llamas there, Formula Llamas. And then go on, Michael. You've got a better pronunciation of this one than me.
Wait, I don't see a Michael.
He's gone. We were too slow.
Oh, sorry. Ward was 4th, by the way. It was Ward.
Ward was 4th. Okay,
Yes.
who is 6th then? Who remains to be seen? Rich Meester's 25th, Philip Miles 26th, James Renwick 27th, and Ross Luckhurst there in 28th. I thought we were done, but we're not. We're still going. It's a 30-car grid tonight. We've got James Pepper 29th, and rounding out the grid is Dan LaHaye there. No qualifying time. Happy to start from the back of the grid in a grey camel.
And that could be wise or it could be foolish. It's going to be a roll of the dice.
So it's Ward or Cook in 4th, and Cook or Ward in 6th. There you can see the CXW or the C by W.
It's definitely
Boys,
Cook.
line stern there. We've got green lights on the grid in the sky, and we've got a slow start at the back. Someone jumps onto the grass to try and get out of the way and not get bowled or go bowling themselves, but everyone just about seems to be away cleanly as we can see them barreling down towards T1. It's Parker tucked up behind Murphy there, and that'll be Buller on the outside, still going too wide round T1. And 2 wide further back in the pack. In fact, they're basically 2x2 through the entire field there. Who's got Maxwell looking up the inside of car 72. Oh, that's a new number to me. I don't know it just yet. We'll try and work on those through the season. Still do 2x2. It's coming out of the southern loop, and that's Tomei on the grass there.
Yep, run out wide. Lost the grip and off at the edge of turn 2.
That's not a good start for him, as we see the leaders absolutely jostling for position. There's a bit of air contact there, it looked like, between Buller and Parker, and Buller's up the inside there.
Yeah, they've been side by side pretty much the whole of this first lap. Finally,
yeah,
Buller has snuck ahead.
Looked like Netcode got a little bit involved there. It's a shame because it looked like a really good move from Buller there at the inside. So it's Buller now putting the pressure on Murphy as we look further back in the pack. Here is Graf up the inside of, I think that was Innes. Innes finally bought a TCR. It's good to see him on the grid.
It is indeed. I think it was Tyler there that was getting a slow start off the grid, so making up positions again now.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably just lit the car up into wheel spin. There is a finesse with each of the cars into getting them off the line without just burning the rubber down. There's contact there. No! Bright's been collected in that. That's a horrendous start for him. Really unfortunate.
And Liebold. And, well, a lot of cars are tumbling down the order there.
Yeah, I think that was Shepherd rejoining onto the track there, side by side now with Gavin Kelly, who is bronze leading there, up in 13th already. I think he started 20th, didn't he? So loads of positions gained for Kelly there.
Yeah, it looks like it. And Innes right ahead of him, also similarly gaining positions from all of this. Liebold has gone into the pits to repair.
Big shake thrown by Tyler there, looking up the inside. I think that'll be Chris White in front of him. We've got a very luminous green. I think that's Todd on the outside there, isn't it?
Yep,
and Innes just behind there. Going to go 2x2 around T1 yet again. And Graf's gone wide there. Once you get out there, it's hard to get it back on track. You might end up rejoining the other side. And there's contact in the back, I think there was a car sideways. It looked like a green camel.
Meester's sideways in the background.
It's not the optimal line through that corner, unfortunately. Let's hope he's recovered on track without trouble. And there's another car off there. Is that... it's not Michael that's there on the screen. It was one of the Minardis, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't see. I'm looking at the battle thing, but it's too far back.
So coming down now towards Siberia, and who's let the cat into the commentary box? Not entirely sure.
Probably
being yelled at from afar. Here we go then, running it back up towards Lukey Heights past the hay shed. It's Parker back in front of Buller, so we didn't see how that happened, or I didn't anyway. I'm getting some buffering problems at my end, so forgive me if what I'm talking is nonsense. Oh, and here's a lap 1 replay of some contact. I think that was Norton getting absolutely speared there, going into T4, which is Honda corner.
Indeed, didn't even get to the corner. So yeah, did I want to mention the splits? We've got gold, silver and bronze this season, replacing the old overall and Club 1500. So someone's gone off there, that's White and Todd exiting the final corner.
You don't often make it back on track there, do you, in one piece?
No, you
don't. Murphy almost bump drafting Michael Hansvik. Yes, of course. Sorry, Michael. Down the straight. Murphy ends up getting that move done. So the splits, tell us more about those, how they decided.
So we've got LOA rating, which is like iRating, sorry, but just for our league. Aaron has kindly written the algorithm and copied what iRacing done and improved on it. So we have splits decided by ratings as we look at Kelly and Innes. Kelly trying to get past Innes here at the hairpin. Slight contact, right, bit of rubbing of doors or noses to backs. It looks like Kelly's through, and it's like Todd's trying to follow him through, but Innes closes the door and says, "No, not yet." Yeah,
looking ever opportunistic there, Todd, wasn't he? It can be so hard to overtake in these that you really got to take your opportunity sometimes. So Todd tried to do that there, couldn't quite get the move done. But Innes is not letting Kelly get away. Kelly up to 9th now as the bronze leader.
Yeah.
We're going for overall at this rate.
His 19th is Mill. Who's Mill?
I would have known this.
Well, Winslade is showing Todd how it's done and has made the pass. This looks like this contact from earlier. Yeah, it looks like just contact at the inside there, and they got together and bad things.
Oh, so unfortunate for Bright.
Absolutely, was minding his own business there.
I mean, of course, there was the incident at Alton Park, first race of last season, which, of course, we don't talk about anymore for Russell Flight. But I feel like it has this fair dose of bad luck, doesn't he, in races? And that was just wrong place, wrong time. There was nothing he could have done about that.
No, indeed. Oh, looked like a bit of netcode there.
Oh, that's definitely air contact, and Shepherd's going to go around. He's going to pay the price for it.
It's the tyres.
That is unfortunate.
Very unforgiving, unrelenting tyre ball there.
Yeah, you wouldn't think something squishy and rubbery would destroy a car quite like it does, hey?
Indeed.
Still trying to find who Mill is for us. I feel like we should know because the bronze split, so it's definitely... Oh, there's more contact there. That was nose to tail. Who is that getting... well, it's McIntyre getting biffed, but I don't know who by there. So we've got Maxwell with Bond up the inside of him now, so good showing for Bond so far in this first race of this season.
I would guess.
Of course.
Sorry, apologising for some contact.
I think most of that was netcode though.
Yeah, I think that was that T1 incident. Sorry, T2, isn't it? Southern Loop that we've just seen there.
I don't think it was Gareth he hit though, so I'm apologising to the wrong person.
We'll apologise to Gareth as well, why not?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Gareth.
Oh, that's
Cook.
Here. Way off wide.
Unfortunate.
Had it saved, and then iRacing Snapper said, "No, you don't, son. Have a bit of this." Looks mostly undamaged though. A little bit of damage on the front end, but looks like it's drivable at least. So, did he continue? Where is he on the grid? Can't see him on the standing, so lower than 20th it would seem.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the splits
can be
done by car. Oh yeah, absolutely. Good dive up the inside. A little bit of contact on the way through Southern Loop there, but it looks like he's going to get this move done. They'll chase each other around to the exit curbing, but looks like Bullett's going to get that move finished off in a massive shape thrown by Shepherd there as well at the inside of T1. It's not a massive braking zone, so he'll do well to get this finished off. Sideways on the curb.
And Mulroney
Cook's going to hold on. Goodness me, they're not particularly known for the rallycross, aren't these cars, are they?
No, but there's been some fantastic action so far in his first 5 laps.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, if anyone ever decides that, you know, it might be a laugh to take this round of rallycross, so don't bother. Don't waste your time. It's miserable, honestly.
We won't see it in silly season then.
No, I wouldn't expect so. Just got Graf simultaneously defending and attacking, so defending from Todd whilst lining up Kishka in front of him there. And still having to run a bit of a defensive line, just keeping Todd on his toes, closing up any gaps that might be opening that Todd could stick his nose into. But yeah, so LOA rating by car as well, which is something I think we're pretty proud of being able to figure out.
Yeah, by groups of cars. So we've got open wheelers as we look at a replay. We're not going to get through this. Yeah, that was we saw Meester going sideways, didn't we, in the background? Oh, and it carried on. Unfortunate.
Oh, whoa! No contact somehow as he comes back across the track. So it wasn't contact to start it, just one of those TCR back end moments.
Of course, he has to turn around like that. Otherwise, he gets a penalty or disqualified for cutting half the track.
Yeah, you absolutely can't rejoin the other side of T2, can you?
No. Yeah, so we've got open wheelers, prototypes, and sports cars. So this would be the sports car rating, and yeah, everybody that signs up gets split into gold, silver, and bronze equally. And then everybody's gold, but then we have sub-championships for silver and for bronze. So if you're bronze, you could win the whole race, and you're also your bronze rating as well, so you could get 2 wins in a race, which we would say is currently happening for Murphy, as Clayton Buller looks like he's pushing Parker around. So Parker's back past, didn't see that.
No, absolutely not, but Buller definitely sent a message there, hurry up, get out of the way.
Same here.
Fernando is faster than you, and speaking of I'm here, that was that Kishka.
Indeed.
That was Graf got the move up the inside, and then Kishka looked to try and get back underneath him, and then a bit of contact on the apex there. Looked like maybe Kishka wasn't quite close enough to try and get the cut back. But yeah,
possibly,
probably sent to the, well, I was going to say sent to the stewards, but new stewarding process for this season as well, as we've got Buller up the inside of Parker and more contact. And so that's 2 battles in 2 corners we've seen. See the tyre marks left by Parker as he gassed it up, then trying to save it. It's got a nice little drone cam style shot here following through. Oh, there's definitely air between those 2 cars. And a massive overreaction it seemed like as well. I don't know where kind of net code thought that both those cars were positioned.
Yes.
It wasn't quite correct though either. Either way.
No. Tyler's made a good recovery. He's now attacking Winslade for 14th.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gareth seems to have, well, I don't know if he's just pulled over to let him go. He's getting a flash from Graf either way on the way past, so maybe that's Graf flashing at Kishka saying, I'm coming back to get you, mate, watch out.
So you can't turn your lights on in these, can you? Like in touring cars, if you were on a charge, you would just put your lights on, but you can't do that.
Yeah, full beam it, wouldn't you? So all you can do is just macro a button for flashing and just key it over and over and over again. It's got Innes now on the, well, it was outside, about to be inside, going down towards Honda corner of runner-up in the championship last season, of course, Alex Murphy. So quite race for Alex so far, but great showing for Mark so far.
Yeah, Murphy's starting steady. Qualified was at 10th, he's now up to 9th.
Slowly chipping away. It would, well, you know, you would expect him for me to be top 5, top 3 really though, hey?
Yeah, perhaps he's not really a fan of the circuit. We'll see how he goes next round at Nürburgring.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rare, kind of underappreciated beast, isn't it, Phillip Island?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I think saying it reminds me a bit of Interlagos, some fast flowing and then some twiddly bits as well. So you're going to need to compromise your setup somewhat, especially in the cars with wings.
Yeah, works quite well for a lot of different cars. You mentioned the cars with wings, of course. This is where Prime is going for its next race. So
yeah.
how do you reckon that's going to fare?
I think we should enjoy it. I think you can follow cars in the IR18 around here enough to be able to do some passes. Obviously push to pass helps as well in different fuel and tyre strategies, but I think we should have a good race.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see Tomei there, I think getting up inside of Peter McIntyre through the final corner, which I wouldn't have expected to be an overtaking opportunity. It is that move again with Graf. So yeah, he gets it stopped and gets it turned back, but Kishka just kind of keeps his nose in there. So we'll have to see how that is decided. We'll start saying about the stewards, of course. No reports, well, still necessary, but every incident that iRacing picks up will be sent for review this season.
That's right. More action. Yeah, it doesn't pick up all of the incidents. It picks up most of them, so if you really want something looked at, you should report it, but most of it should automatically be looked at.
Yeah, so if you really want someone's head on a stake, then make sure the report's submitted. Yeah. All about the same incident, but worded slightly differently.
So Yao's got the waifu squad. I noticed Renwick was running a similar livery in the Endurance.
Maybe they should team up. Has Raul got a teammate for this one? I don't think if it's a wizard or not.
I think he's a wizard, but maybe not.
He must not have been able to commission any painters to get the paint job finished at a good match.
Yeah, he is a wizard. His teammate's Merrin.
Ah, excellent. Is Merrin on the grid?
He's not,
no.
So that's probably why he didn't bring the paints.
Yep. The bucket's still left at home.
And then, of course, Malarin and Charlie were wizards last season, running Castrol liveries.
Yes, yeah, that's true. I'm hopelessly behind on the podcast, so I've only just listened to one with Charlie where he basically said, well, I found the Castrol one, I liked it, and it matched both cars, because they ran different cars, didn't they, last season? So it was like, yeah, we just found matching liveries, and so we liked it, so we went with it. We won't point out the fact that both the Elantra and the Audi had a wizard's paint.
No, we won't mention that much. So it's Winslade's turn to try and get past Kiska here.
Yeah, Winslade, defending race champion, of course. Race winner, sorry, from last season. I know what I mean.
I think he's going for the bronze championship this year in Prime.
Winslade?
Yeah. No,
I think it surprises me that Winslade's rated as bronze, to be honest.
Well, numbers don't lie.
No, that's true. That's one thing I do like about numbers. But yeah, just thinking about Winslade's skills and performances that we've seen in the open wheelers over the years, I think it surprises me that the numbers would think he was a bottom third driver.
I think he's more gravitated now towards the cars like this, the box cars.
Yes, absolutely. I think he's not been too fond of the IndyCar so far, has he?
No, and he wasn't so enamoured with the F4. I think the last time he was enjoying the open wheelers was the Skippy, probably.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed the USF though, did you not?
Yeah, I think that probably suited him better than some of the others.
Got Bond now, a llama all over the back of a wizard, so let's see what kind of a creature this creates.
Indeed.
A mythical four-legged beast.
Looks at the inside. Nothing doing that.
Yeah, similar to the move that we saw Buller throw earlier in the race on Parker, but not successful that time for Bond, but he's obviously still there, he'll keep on trying. Parker's dropped back a long way from that top 3 battle.
Indeed, this is T3, which doesn't have a name, unless they go into Honda hairpin. Why is... I just... Has he got the move done?
Big move. Oh, bit of contact. I'm not entirely convinced Bond was making that corner without the contact, was he?
It looked like that may have not happened. It looks like a bit of a clumsy pass. He might want to let Maxwell back past there and then try again, but we'll see what he does.
Yeah, I think in the end the contact actually helped turn Bond further around the corner. I think without it was maybe just going straight off into the scenery there.
I think Maxwell, if he'd seen that coming, may have just applied the brakes a bit more and let him have his accident on his own. Yeah,
absolutely. Just cut back underneath him and waved in his rearview mirror as he drove away again. Bond has not given it back at least. So that's a huge dive from Murphy, and White's going to get a little bit of contact on the back of Maxwell as well, as defence becomes accidental attack, but everyone gets out the other side, living to fight another day. Murphy's looking to cut back now underneath White. We saw a move going through the final corner just a couple of laps ago, and I wonder if Murphy's quite got the run. He has got a run, but he'll look to get the move done down the back straight here, or down the pit straight I should say. Doesn't really have a back straight this track, does it?
No, it's got corners in the middle of it.
What stupid idea was that?
Probably the same person that did the pit lane like they've done. Why would you have 2 bad pit lanes, one short, one long, when you could have one good pit lane that doesn't put people out in the middle?
Jason! I will put the pit lane wherever. Oh, there's huge contact there. That'll be Todd, won't it, as we saw McIntyre live to fight another day. I don't know who it was that went into the back of him there. That's real unfortunate, because Todd was having a great race there. Jason.
Yeah, you could make a video like that about this pit lane here, definitely. And it's in Australia.
We should send it to him, he'd have a great time.
It would.
We've got Winslade still battling with Kiszka. I feel like these two have been glued together for like 3 laps now. We keep seeing them. Winslade's on the outside again, trying round Honda.
Yeah, unfortunately we cut away from seeing that. But that's a great battle going on there between the pair of them.
Yeah, another close battle further up the grid this time. So it's Ward looking to put pressure all over Buller for second place on the podium. Mike Murphy has absolutely checked out of this one. He's 4 seconds up the road.
Indeed, he
2
has.
to go.
It's like some alcohol on the rear left and right of the camel. Sorry, the llama car there, you see.
So it's a drunk llama.
It's got a bottle and a glass.
It's a classy drunk
bumper.
llama. I like it. You know it's a classy llama because it's bothered to get a glass. You know, if it wasn't a classy llama, it'd just be straight from the bottle.
From the bottle.
So Ward looks to have closed that gap. Yeah, it's below 2/10 now as they go down the pit straight. So Ward really heaping the pressure on as we get towards the end of this one. So the first of the 20-minute races, of course, it was only 15 minutes last season, wasn't it? So a bit of a longer race than a lot of the guys will be used to in these cars.
Indeed, yeah. They will get some 15-minute races, but they'll have to do it 3 times.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be an intense evening, won't it?
It shall do. It shall be indeed.
Do you think the tyres are going to be alright for 20 minutes? Do you think there'll be any management?
As I understand it, these tyres, as long as you don't get them too hot, just go forever.
Concrete blocks like the USF tyres.
Should be okay. They're still at it. It's still side by side. Excellent, fantastic battling. Who is going to win this one? I couldn't possibly say.
Yeah, I'm just absolutely transfixed. There's late braking from both of them. It looks like Kiszka's going to keep the position for now. Yeah, they're both absolutely on the limit there, aren't they? Going around Honda, and here we are at Lukey Heights. So there's a massive gap from the leaders back to the kind of midfield battle in there.
Yeah, they have broken away somewhat.
I guess the battle in itself obviously slows people down, and I mean we've seen Winslade and Kiszka have basically been side by side now for like 5 laps. As Murphy's almost on the grass there, did well to get that stopped.
Yeah, and his bonnet not fitting quite right there.
Yeah, I didn't see any contact, but that is going to be the checkered flag for this race already. And Mike Murphy with a country mile between himself in P1 and Buller P2. Great start to the season for him. It's Ward in P3 and Parker recovering or staying P4 after the contact there. And Chalcraft, great first race for him, bringing it home in P5. We've got Bond Maxwell, Murphy, White in his top 10 for his first race. Great stuff for him. Hansvik and Kelly taking the bronze lead there. Or the bronze win, I should say. Graf coming home in 13th after those bits of contact for him. Winslade, Kishka, oh, did he just beat McIntyre to the line? And then Will, who's Will? Williams, David Williams, great result for him. Luckhurst, great result for him as well. Is it Ross's first race with us? Or in the TCR?
I think he's raced. I don't know if I can't recall if he's raced in the CCR though.
Yeah, I want to say USF maybe. I don't remember calling his name in the TCRs at least. But here is that finishing order with points applied. And Mike Murphy, of course, getting those 2 bonus points to put him onto 1-3-1 from the rest of the grid. Not going to read out the order because it's as they finished, but you can see the points applied for each of the drivers there. Any standouts so far in that one?
Well, I mean, Murphy just schooled the whole field there, and he's a silver driver, so that's 2 wins for him. 1 in silver and 1 in overall, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do from the reverse grid. Given how Charles Rainford used to get the doubles with the pace advantage he found, I wouldn't put it past Murphy getting the double. Yeah,
definitely. Seems to be a massive pace gap there, didn't it, over the rest of the field. It's just if he can stay out of trouble, I think, on his way through.
That is the trick.
Got that Audi power helping him along, of course, though, so that's always got to be good for something. So the reverse grid was from P7 for this one. It's random, of course, for the... Obviously not the championship rounds like we said about, so it's P7 for this one, which puts Maxwell on pole position from Bond, Shellcraft, Parker in 4th, then Ward, Clayton and Murphy will be in 7th, and the rest of the grid just in their finishing order. So it's other Murphy, got the 2 Murphys together for this race. White, Innes, Hansvik, and then Kelly, of course, bronze pole, having finished highest of the bronze in the first race. I need to remember that team name for McIntyre and Todd, other than just the luminous green car, so it's Team SR65. Let's see if that goes into my P brain.
They could change their name to the Illuminous Green Cars. I think that would be fairer.
Yeah, certainly more easy for me to remember at least, so we'll start a petition.
One man, one car. It's like one man car, and his dog.
Although I have heard rumours that Shepherd is actually lining up a teammate, so maybe it won't be one man, one car for much longer.
2 men, 2 cars.
Potentially, yeah. It only seems appropriate, and as long as there's no cups involved, then I'm happy.
Don't Google
it. So yeah, we mentioned Murphy. Is he your prediction for your race winner?
I would say I wouldn't put it past him, but we've got a strong field for him to get through there. Obviously, Clayton, Parker, Maxwell, Shellcraft, and Ward. I mean, every name I'm naming there is extremely fast. And you've got Murphy right on his tail, so yeah, anything could happen. But I'm going to say Murphy could definitely do it here.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like a much better start this time. We've got Cook looking to the inside there. Is everyone going to get through the first lap cleanly? Well, the first few corners cleanly again, like race 1. There's more contact there towards the front. I think that was Ward getting a bit of a shoulder hit check. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. Is that... No, it won't be Shepherd. That'll be McIntyre, I think, out in the weeds, won't it?
Yeah, so Maxwell is plummeting from pole. He's dropping down the order.
Oh no, what's happened there is we've got Norton in the mid-park, looks clean enough. Oh, you see Maxwell in the background there, yeah, just off track. I don't think he's the only one either. That's who's that only one dropping down? Norton, I think. So is it Norton went off the track in the end? Oh, it looked clean in the middle of the corner when we picked him up there.
This is for the lead of the race. Ward on Bond.
Yeah, Ward's going to get the inside going down to Siberia here. Parker just behind, sniffing, looking for any chances he can get. Looks like Parker's going to shove it up the inside of Bond here as well.
Yeah, and his teammate Buller is also passing Bond here. Gonna say Ward's got to try and run and hide at the front here while he can.
Yeah, absolutely. So Formula Llamas side by side going up the hill towards Lukey Heights, and it's Bond on the outside, Buller on the inside, and Bond cedes to his teammate and lets Buller go chase at the front there.
Multi-21 call is heeded there.
Absolutely. Big late move on the brakes there. But another a bit of contact there. So Chris White receives what he gave to Maxwell in the first race as everyone tries to get it slowed down for the really tight right-hander, MG. Around the final corner for the first lap. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, there's a llama. Both the llamas are off there. And Tomei's up the inside of Renwick on the final corner there as well. Oh, there's another car off in the background. Who's that one? That's David Williams. Crikey, so that final corner and the exit curb or lack thereof, claiming a couple of victims so far in this round. Murphy up the inside of Innes into T1. Is Innes going to stay there through T2? We just cut away as we've got Kelly now up the inside of Cook. So was it Cook on the inside of that 3 wide going into T1 that eventually put McIntyre out into the grass?
I'll take your word for it.
I just remember flashes of colours and hoping that's what happened. Parker says nothing on the radio there. So he's actually taking the lead there from Ward.
Indeed. See that.
Green Camel barreling down into Honda, looking on the outside of Winsley. They haven't got the 2 No Slots No Glory line astern in this race, so good to see Russell having a bit of a better race so far. He's lasted more than a lap this time before he has met his maker.
Indeed. So Cook is still giving attention to Kelly.
Yeah, absolutely. Kelly wide, like the outside line through Siberia, so probably would have given him the run. Yeah, absolutely. He manages to get that tucked in as they head up the hill. Buller has now dropped position to Murphy, has he? Or Murphy got past at least. Oh, and oh no, absolute pandemonium. As Murphy stopped in the middle of the track and gets collected as well. Both the 2 luminous green cars, TM, off in the grass as well. Where's Russell Bright gone? Oh no. Well, Bright's come unstuck again then for the second time in 2 races, as we've got Parker and Ward absolutely barreling down the pit straight. And fast repair needed for John Cook. He's got a meatball, so I'm not entirely sure what's happened there. Alex Murphy as well, that was obviously who was stopped in the middle of the track, and Shepherd was caught up in that one as well. It's got Winslade making the move on Innes. Joao Tome's got to fast repair as well. He's got the meatball flag. And through all that is Parker out in the lead. Kept it from Ward, with Murphy looking to stay with them all at least. I don't think that'll be much of a problem for Murphy based on his pace in the first race there. Barrel down towards Honda. A lot of barreling in this race. I don't know why that's my word of the race, but yeah, let's roll with it.
Indeed.
I lost you for a second there, Jules. I thought you'd gone.
I was just listening. No, I was going to say Meester's providing a lot more challenge to Kelly this race, as they are running 11th and 12th, and first and second in class.
Great showing for Meester so far. You just wanted to see how long I'd last before I ran out of breath, didn't you?
yeah, probably.
Replay from lap 1 as we've got. Oh, this will be Maxwell, won't it? So, so easy to do there at the Southern Loop. It just seems to tighten up out of nowhere, that corner, doesn't it?
Yeah. Then it just dips and chucks you off the track.
Yeah, those cold tyres especially. Like, it's all right in pretty much any car, I reckon. Once you get warmed up, but yeah, what's the IndyCar going to be like? Because I know they chunder on cold tyres.
Yeah, especially the softs. They take a while to warm up, and before they do, they've got no grip at all.
And then immediately die as well. Great. Thanks, soft tyres. So Murphy very much with this leading pair now. He's within 3/10 to Ward as he sets the fastest lap as well. Continuing his charge. That's Graf basically bump drafting Hansvik down the straight. And then looking to the outside. Outside of T1, is that a good move? We'll soon find out. They're going to go side by side through T1. Of course, that'll give him the inside line then for T2 if he can stay there. And it's looking like he's going to be able to do it. What a fantastic move.
Yeah, if you can hold it around the outside there, you're fine. Obviously, if you make a mistake, you're on the grass and it takes you half an hour to get back on the track.
Ward back to the lead.
Yeah, again, we didn't see what happened there, but that's put Don Parker under pressure now from Magic Mike Murphy here.
Yeah, as if anyone needed any more pressure on themselves. Got another lap 1 replay, so that's Luckhurst, isn't it? And Minardi, I'm not sure. I don't know my Minardi colours yet. But yeah, 2 victims there. I think it was Renwick up the inside, wasn't it?
Yeah, by the looks of it.
So again, that'll be one for the stewards to have a look at, see if it was far enough along, or who crowded who, or what actually happened there. Maybe it was just a racing incident. We'll find out in due course, I'm sure. And what we've got here is that Kishka doing the John Cook from race 1. Saves it. Oh, gets the same snapper though. Oh, and that's much bigger contact. That's a huge one. That's that's a paramedic job.
Indeed.
Meesters has dropped back off the back of Kelly there. Not sure what happened.
Yeah, looks like he's had an issue. He's a few seconds back now.
Still P2 though, and silver, and keeping Maxwell behind him for now. So yeah, still a good showing for Rich there.
Yeah, we don't see where 3rd place for bronze is at the moment.
No, I'll have to refer to the track map. Looks like they're just coming round MG, I think, P23 perhaps.
Yeah, looks like it. There was more than that in this race, but maybe not.
Yeah, I think we've seen a few casualties so far, though, of course, with Alex's spin on the opening. It wasn't the opening lap, was it? But yeah, early on, I think that claimed a few victims.
Kelly's now trying to get past Hanswick. Oh, defence at the hairpin.
Oh, a bit of contact there as well on turning. Everyone lives to fight another day. Looked like Mike Murphy was maybe looking for a cutback and just kind of got hung out a little bit there. So there is a green camel.
Yeah,
which Meester's side by side with Norton. In fact, I think that was Norton actually almost making the move on Meester's, because Meester's was 15th with Maxwell behind him. Maxwell's now in front, and that was Norton side by side. So yeah. Oh, and here's where what happened to Murphy. So a sympathy spin, I think, with Chalcraft in front of him. Oh, just rolling back onto the track a little bit. Russell Bright, 2 races in a row, just someone else's collateral there. Saves it. Oh. Okay. So we've seen a couple of the double snappers on the pit straight. We've seen Cook and Kishka getting the double snapper. Russell gets the same snapper but on the grass. Eats some tyres for his trouble. So we've got a TCR Centipede at the front of the race here. We've got Ward still leading from Parker and yeah, Murphy. Not letting either of them catch a moment of breath. Bullard just off the back a little bit, 1.5 seconds. But probably desperate to get back in this fight as well. It seems like these guys at the front aren't really fighting each other, which won't be slowing them down, of course. So maybe looking to pull a gap before they can narrow it down to maybe just the 3 of them in the final few. That's still got 7 to go, of course, in this one. So these 20-minute races really do seem to last for a long time in comparison to 15s that were running last season. It's like Parker's simultaneously defending and attacking at the same time. Yeah, Murphy's looking to make a move, so Parker's having to defend it. So now he's looking up the inside of Ward. There's just about an Audi's worth of space been left by Ward. That's very generous, very accommodating of him. And there's a bit of body rubbing as they go around and heading down towards Siberia. Mike Murphy's just trying to pick which lane's moving a bit faster, and Parker's hung around the outside of Siberia. Although that's keeping him with a bit of momentum around the outside, which might give him a better run past the hay shed and up towards Lukey Heights. Who's going to get the drag run here? There's a bit, looks like a bit of contact there, a bit side drafting. As Parker piles of air on the back of Ward's wing, and now Ward's going to probably return the favours. He's just dropping back a little bit. That side draft coming into effect again. Ward's on the inside, Parker's on the outside. Parker sweeps across. Move done. Great racing from them both there.
Fantastic, respectful racing, excellent, and that's that has slowed him down a bit, because that's allowed Buller onto the back of this fight.
Absolutely, Buller straight back on it. We've seen him go from a 1.5 seconds now to just 0.8 off the back of Murphy, and I expect we'll see that number drop even further. So yeah, very much concertinaed up at the front. So Parker now, it's his turn to lead them across the line, and is actually staying, sort of trying to break the slipstream from Ward a little bit. He was just pulled out, says I'm not interested in your slipstream at all.
That's a dive bomb.
Yeah. Looks like Maxwell's actually come off worst in that one.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like he just forgot to brake. I don't think that was actually an attempt to make a move there. He was trying to just not die.
So Murphy now putting all the pressure on the back of Ward, heading down towards Honda corner. Yeah, it's been a prime overtaking move this corner, hasn't it?
Yeah, you got to get a good run out of Southern Loop, and then you've obviously got this long drag down the hill through T3, and then make a move into Honda. And the good thing is that if you get alongside, you can stay alongside through Siberia, out of Siberia, and try and finish the move down Lukey Heights or into MG.
Yeah, there's a lot of those kind of corners where it's like a setup corner from a few corners before kind of thing, so it's not just a one corner make you move kind of track, is it? It's like a building process.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, think about it and make it happen like half a lap later. So it's entertaining. Yeah,
absolutely. Parker's just almost about to pull a second gap there to Ward, and Ward keeping Murphy busy. Murphy's keeping Ward busy. We've seen no lack of pace from Murphy in that first race, of course, so we'll be keeping Ward honest. Head across the start-finish line yet again. Parker actually sets the fastest lap there, so maybe that bit of fresh air cooling the tyres a little bit maybe as he's lapping round. And just to set a purple, as we've got one of the luminous greens. This one is Todd, of course, you can see on the screen there. trying to put some pressure on Simon Norton. We saw Simon get biffed in the first race and off into the weeds, so looks like he's having a better race too, at least. Back towards the front, and Murphy's still piling the pressure onto Ward. Got Murphy there on the at the outside of Shepherd. This is the battle for last of the runners, it seems. Everyone else in the pits are already retired, and Murphy's going to get that move done around Siberia, and he'll look to stretch his legs and see if he can get to P24 before the end of the race. And Murphy has got that move done on Ward, has he? Whom I've spoken to soon. Ward's still there on the inside, but Murphy's going to get the momentum, keep it rolling around the outside. Where are we? I think that's Siberia, isn't it? So yeah, looking back to go towards the hill. Murphy gets it finished, tucked into line, so time for Parker to start sweating.
Yeah, 4 laps, 1.1 seconds, 1.2 seconds. That's totally doable.
Yeah, I mean, what was the... I can't remember now off the top of my head what the qualifying gaps were. Give me a moment or two, I'll be able to find it, but I'm sure Murphy's got that within him.
2/10.
Yeah, so how many laps left? 5 laps to go, so about a second just on normal qualifying pace, I guess, with a bit of slipstream in there for Murphy as well. You probably expect this to come down to a battle fairly soon.
Yeah. Maybe Parker's only hope is that Murphy overheats his tyres, making that gap up. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. That's always a danger, as we see.
Oh, contact Renwick off into the gravel.
Yeah, it's a bit like Virginia, this track, isn't it? In that, like, once a car goes off, they just keep on going. Like, it's like the grass off cambers away from the track, so once you've got a wheel on the grass, you just see it.
Yeah.
Quite literally do end up in Siberia.
Indeed. Still, fun track. Just got to stay on the tarmac.
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't get so much love. Is it just the fact that we don't see it on our TV screens every season with the F1?
Yeah, that's probably some of it.
Yeah.
I think everybody loves that other Australian track, that's the thing.
This is clearly the superior Australian track.
I'm surprised you'd say that.
To be fair though, they make pretty good tracks in general, right? Like, I quite like Melbourne. It'd be nice if Melbourne got scanned at some point. It's a bit Montreal-esque.
Yep, that would be good.
I could say I've actually driven around the Melbourne circuit at 20 kilometres an hour. They're just killjoys, aren't they? I think Bathurst as well has got like a 50k speed limit on it.
Oh, well, that's no fun.
It's like, why would you make such racing pedigree and then limit it to such ridiculous speeds?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a proper track, isn't it? So you would have thought they would not stop, they would have put a speed limit on it, but yeah.
I apologise in advance, but yeah, we make the Nordschleife, yeah, and we take the speed limit off it. Go fast, driver. That's how you want to do it. Australia, exactly. Take note.
So yeah, we were saying, how long was it going to take? 3 or 4 laps for Murphy to catch Parker? He's done it in 2.
2, yeah. Just Murphy things. Maybe it's just Mike things. I just feel like that's the kind of thing Messenger would pull as well.
Well, he's in trouble because there's less than 6/10 there, and you can do 6/10 in a corner.
Yeah, that's very true. Or is that restricted to greening?
I don't know. I mean, I thought Greening screwed that up when he tried it.
Well, yeah, true. He did think it was doable though, so yeah, that'll have to be greening things, I think. But yeah, the battling at the front has of course let Ward and Buller stay / catch up to the fight as well. So any mistake from the leading 2, and that's going to be a 4-way in no time at all.
Well, you've also got
a green camel.
You've got Bond and Innes all the way up there in 6th place.
Great showing for Mark.
And White making up the final place on the silver podium. Little look from
absolutely.
Murphy there, trying to unsettle Parker.
He had a great season, did Chris White, last year, didn't he?
He did. I mean, he's having good seasons pretty much in all of the seasons that we're running.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Quite happy in any car.
And I'll tell you, one of my highlights from last season actually was all the battles that Forrester and Meesters found themselves in. They seemed absolutely glued together through every series through the entire season.
It's good to have somebody to battle with. You get used to.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever really got used to each other because they also tended to tangle quite often, but they were always there or thereabouts.
Maybe they were used to tangling.
Indeed.
I mean, that's usually what happens when I get with Gareth on side by side with me.
Yeah, that's true. I remember witnessing that firsthand there for at Silverstone.
Yes. I came off worse, I recall, from that.
I think you did, yes. Yeah. It was Zach Leabold looking up the back of Michael Hansvik. Why have I just picked my two hardest names to pass comment on? And back towards the front, it is very much a foursome for those leading positions. It's like Kelly's in a bit of no man's land there. It looked like a kick of dust kicked up, I think, by him. But yeah, just it's unusual to see that in this series, to have just a car by itself.
Yeah, a bit of a gap in front and behind. Wondering how much Murphy's going to go for it here. Is he waiting until the last lap? Is he thinking first and second is great, so I'm not going to risk it, and obviously if it goes wrong he could end up 10th or worse.
Yeah.
See.
Any contact as well, of course, is perilous.
Indeed. We're going on to the last lap here, so it's now or never.
Yeah, it's going to be about it's 3 tenths to go around the final corner, but I feel like that'll drop to about 2 tenths. A big fade across from Parker. It's IndyCar style there, isn't it? With the big move across trying to break the toe. Not sure how much difference it makes, to be fair.
Last lap, he's got to try everything, I guess. Make sure he takes every advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as it doesn't result in a slowdown, of course, that'd really hamper the operation. Cut back further in the pack, and Mark Innes, still rolling that 6th position. It's a great result for him. He's actually keeping Daniel Bond honest. So yeah, really nice work from Mark. These two still glued together from the previous lap when we saw them, I think around this very corner as well. So it's the battle of the Civics and the line astern as we cut back towards the leaders. And Murphy, not quite as close as we saw Buller pushing Parker around the track earlier, but yeah, definitely there.
Yeah, he's dropping.
There's contact in the background. You see that in the top corner. It looked like a green Camel, and it looked like a McLaren, so that must be Chris White, because I don't think Chris Forrest is here.
Yep, Kelly's past White.
It's Innes. Look at Innes drop down the order. Oh, it was going so well.
Yeah, it's cost him, a couple of places?
Still... Was he in front of Chelcraft, or has he just lost P2 in the silver?
He was chasing Bond.
Oh, of course he was, yeah, that's a nightmare for Innes then. There's a round in the final couple of corners for the leaders here, so it's going to be, as they started the previous lap, Parker using all of the track and maybe a little bit more there as they come around the final corner. There'll be a little bit of slipstream, but you'd probably expect they're going to stay as they are, as long as everyone stays on track, of course. We've seen some issues flashing his way as he comes across the line, and Mike Murphy exists and disexists and then re-exists. Murphy in second, it's Ward in third, and Buller fourth. Great showing for Buller to start this round. Bond as well, 5th place. Formula One was a really strong race there. It's Chelcraft then inheriting the 2nd place in silver, and Graf coming along 7th overall. Innes, I'm sure, will still be absolutely elated with this P8. Kelly taking another bronze lead, or win, sorry, and White rounding out the top 10. Hansvik, Leabold, Winslade, Todd, and Norton rounding out the top 15. And I'm failing on my TLAs, my 3-letter acronyms for the driver's name, so I'm just going to stop there.
Can't blame you. I think we should ask them to give us the full name next time.
Well, we've got replay monkeys this time at least.
Yeah.
So there's how they finished with some points. Mike Murphy again taking the fastest lap. And yeah, again, I'm not going to read the list, only to note out that Mike Murphy's of course taken the silver win again, as well as fastest lap, and Kelly the same in the bronze split.
Yeah, with Meesters second on the podium, and Philip Miles third.
I'd like to know the story of Rich's race, to be fair, because it's still a really great result. You know, P2 in his class, top 20 overall, but obviously he was right up there with Kelly at one point in the race, and then just sort of seemed to fall back. We didn't see any major incident or anything, so yeah, I'd be interested to know a bit more to that story.
Indeed, you'll imagine probably just a dip on the grass would cost you 6-7 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. So a few penalties from the opening races there. So this is from race 1. Zach Leabold taking a 30-second penalty, but no change in positions. Philip Miles plus 10 seconds, which dropped him 2 positions, and that'll be a few points. Kishka gaining 5 seconds to his race time, which loses 4 positions. Clayton Buller 5 seconds, which has lost him 3 positions from 2nd to 5th, and that'll actually be quite a lot of points because they were weighted heavier towards the top of the field, of course. and Daniel Bond as well. I think that'll be for the Maxwell contact. He's lost 5 positions there, so again, that'll probably be quite a few points lost for both of the llamas. Got Renwick in race 2, losing 10 seconds and a position. Murphy for the braking incident, I imagine there, losing a position, which will only be 3 points by that point in the standings. Maxwell, no change, no seconds. That was probably a redress. I don't remember that one. Chris White losing a couple of positions, probably for the contact with Innes at the end there as well. So a few slaps on the wrist there. And that's what this does to the driver standings overall. So Mike Murphy leading the way with 2.46. Ron Parker just behind him, 2.31. David Ward coming up P3 after the first round. So that's a great start for him. And Buller as well in P4. Chalcraft was in P5, and Bond, Innes, Graf, Maxwell, White, Hansvik, Kelly, bronze leader as it stands, with Winslade there in 13th. Murphy, it'll be a disappointed start for him, and I missed who 15th was. Luckhurst, Williams, Leibold, Norton, Todd, Cook, Renwick, Meesters, Bright, Kishka, Shepherd, Miles, LaHaye, Tomei, Pepper, and that's all 30 drivers.
Well,
that should be the lot.
You need a drink of water after this.
Absolutely. No doubt we'll see teams in just a second, so we won't get on to any of the finer points of life. And here are the Team Championships standings instead.
We're
doing well.
Formula Llama.
I've done well to make it this far into the race before my tongue's fallen out, but yeah, great start for Stupid Aguri, leading the way. What do you make of that? That's probably unexpected.
Yeah, I don't think Parker would have expected Kelly to get any points given his performance last season, but yeah, I'm sure he'll take it.
Well, I've seen them kicking around the Discord. I think Parker, let's remind Kelly of Donington last season, where Kelly was on for, was it a P3 before he got the unfortunate slowdown?
Before he did Kelly things.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, a reminder that you can find us on Discord. The link will be in the description of this video as well. If you've enjoyed the video, feel free to do all that good YouTube stuff. Give it a thumbs up, drop us a comment, and subscribe if you're new and you want to see more stuff like this. We've got the race videos, we've got some tips from time to time, we've got some POVs, we've got all sorts on the channel. So yeah, feel free to subscribe if you want more from where that came from, and check out the website as well. Just about everything that goes on in the league is now on there as well. Sign-ups will be moving over there. Basically everything. It's a good place to go and hang out for a few, I'll say a few hours even. Find your way around the website, see what you can find.
Brilliant stuff.
What do you make of those races?
Again, I'm looking forward to the next round. So
yeah,
bring
absolutely.
it on.
Should be a good championship, eh? Driver of the race 1, race 2, and the week overall, or the round overall?
Murphy.
Nice job, Mike Murphy. Okay, nice one. That's just about going to wrap up everything for this race, for this round, for this video then. Thank you everyone who tuned in. It'll be a goodbye from me, from Jules, it's a...
See you later.
A big see you later. Thanks everyone. Catch you next time.
Bye-bye.